So we get to the end of the Matthew's Gospel and Jesus is alive. The resurrection takes place. And this is such an amazing thing because it gives life to everything and meaning to everything that we do as Christians. The fact that Jesus is alive means we don't follow a dead guy from 2,000 years ago. It means that we follow someone we have a relationship with today. And that means we can worship him today. It means that we can speak to him, have conversations, pray to him today. It means he will give us commands today. It means when we witness about him and we tell others about him, again, we're not talking about a guy who's no longer around, who we don't really know and we just heard about from some documents. What we're doing is we're saying, no, there's this guy Jesus and I actually know him. Like I had a chat with him this morning. He's really alive. You can come to know him too. You can come to have a relationship with him too. Jesus is alive. And there's a few little points that I want to pick up from this passage. The first one is you see how they worship him. They worship him. They'll clasp his feet and they'll worship him a couple of times. I've had conversations with people of other faiths, particularly Muslims, and they've said, well, why do you worship Jesus? Jesus was just a prophet. And you know how you always think of the answer afterwards. Well, right here we've got an example of Jesus being worshipped, and he doesn't say, no, don't worship me, I'm just a prophet. He receives their worship because he's not just a prophet, he's God Almighty himself. They worship him just as we're to do the same. Secondly, I love in verse 17 when it says, when they saw him, they worshipped, but some doubted. Isn't that encouraging that people still doubt? Even when they're right opposite the living Jesus, like they still doubt. And it's okay to doubt. You and I, we will have times of doubt. When life is difficult, when God, even though we know Jesus is alive, he seems far away, and having a relationship with him is not the same as having a relationship with, someone you can see and touch in the same kind of way. There's a different dynamic to relationship with God. So they doubt, and for us, it's recognizing, number one, that doubt is okay, and the best thing to do is to be honest about it and engage with it honestly rather than sweeping it under the carpet, the questions, but also that you can be a follower of Jesus, and there are answers. And even as they doubt, they also worship, and if we only ever worship and we never really allow our doubts to the surface, there's something maybe that's not totally healthy about that. And likewise, if we only ever doubt and we only ever question and we never choose to worship and to trust and to have faith, there's something unhealthy about that as well. It's recognizing that doubt will always sometimes play a part in a relationship with a God who is invisible. And then finally, this what's called the Great Commission takes place, where Jesus says, go into all nations, making them disciples, tell them about me. And this for us is one of the great kind of thrusts of the whole of the gospel, that it ends with this command to go and to teach people everything Jesus has said and to witness to them. And for us and for our lives, one thing that we might wonder is, what am I for? Well, right here is a whole massive chunk of what you and I are for. We're for a great commitment to the Great Commission, to go today and to witness to this Jesus who's alive and who we know. Who are the people that you can witness to today? Why not tell them about what an amazing God we worship?